have one new message. Translating. Disney and Pixar's Hoppers is now available on Disney+.
You could say that again.
Critics are calling it Pixar's funniest movie ever and a wildly entertaining ride. Blizzard Potato. It's certified fresh and verified hot.
Now we party.
This is incredible!
Wow, I am clearing the rest of the day.
Disney and Pixar's Hoppers, now available on Disney+. Rated PG.
Blowing ad budget on metrics that look great till the CFO sees them, that's bull spend. And marketers are calling it out in Dashboard Confessions.
I remember telling my boss, it'll be good for the brand, when leads were slow. Yeah, it wasn't.
Cut the bull spend. LinkedIn lets you target by company, job title, and more. Advertise on LinkedIn. Spend $250 on your first campaign and get a $250 credit. Go to linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply.
Do you who are selling it to him put him on notice that he's buying something other than leather? That he's buying something called, what you say called bonded leather.
Bonded leather.
Which is 17% cow and the rest of it chemical, which I guess is why this looks like this.
This is the plaintiff, Anthony Isanalume. He says he purchased what he thought was a leather couch from the defendant, and after having the thing for a short time, the seat cover started to peel off. When he complained, he was told the couch was a leather blend. A leather blend? What in the world's a leather blend? He was lied to at the time of purchase, would never have bought something called a leather blend, and is suing for the $2,395.25 he paid for that counterfeit couch. This is the defendant, David. He says the plaintiff purchased a real leather couch from his store. It's just an inferior quality leather called genuine bonded leather. The plaintiff was told this at the time of sale, and it was clearly stated in the catalog. He doesn't lie to his customers and offered to repair the couch for him. But here they are instead. He's accused of being a real leatherhead.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marilyn Milian in our forum, the People's Court.
Be seated, come to order, please. Litigant Simon sworn, Your Honor.
Thank you, Doctor.
You're welcome.
Anthony Isanalume.
Isanalume.
Anthony Isanalume. You are suing the furniture company. You've asked us not to use your last name or the name of the company. You're represented here by David. Are you the owner?
Manager.
Manager. For $2,395.25 that you say you want returned to you for a couch you bought from them 2 years ago that you say is falling apart. Tell me what's going on.
Your Honor, in July, to be specific, July 14, 2010, myself and my wife went to Flanagan and Raymond, or Raymond and Flanagan furniture store, excuse me, in Brooklyn.
Furniture store.
Yeah, furniture
Big
store.
furniture store.
Big furniture store.
Right. And a funny thing happened on the way to the big furniture store.
Yeah.
What happened?
As we were about to enter the store, somebody came with some flyer and said, "What?
Want to buy a couch?" And went like that and directed you over to his place.
Asked what we're going to buy. So we're going to buy some furniture, leather couch, and so I said, "Oh well, we have the same whatever they have there. We have down the road. They look actually great. They say it's leather according to the flyer and."
All right, so you get in there. Yeah. And you see their couches, and you like it, and you order one.
There was one we liked a lot, and we.
What was the difference in price between the couch? You were looking for a leather sectional.
It was.
The difference between the two stores was how much?
It was about $500 different.
Do you have the paperwork from what you purchased at their store?
Yes, I have.
May I see it? So what you purchased was a sectional, which was
sectional
in red.
Yeah, the dark brown.
Dark brown.
Dark brown.
And what's the brand? It just says 8160 sectional.
Okay, yeah, it's sectional and one with a recliner and a built-in bed that you can pull out.
Okay,
And-
none of that is on here. All the receipts. Do you have a different receipt that has like specifics about what he was ordering? And
Well, I got a picture of what.
no, I don't want a picture. You can take a picture of anything. I could take a picture of the Hope Diamond. That's not what I sold him. I want a receipt that says 81. I want a receipt that says this. You took a picture. Let me see your picture.
Yeah, I got it off the internet.
The accusation is that the thing has fallen apart, it's in pieces, and it wasn't leather. That's his accusation. So right? That's your lawsuit against you, is that you didn't sell him leather because it's falling apart. Show me the pictures.
It is leather.
Show me the pictures of your destroyed couch.
This, this, and this.
Okay.
You can see the cover peeling off.
As usual, a picture states 1,000 words, right? Look at that. That's pretty bad, right?
Very
Is
bad.
that leather?
That is leather, yes.
Because I have never seen a cow with...
It's bonded leather.
What is bonded leather? What does that mean, bonded
It's
leather?
made with 17% real leather and mixed with polyurethane, and that's what they bought, what they paid for.
Okay, now that's fine. If you can prove that,
Yeah,
we're out of here. Everybody can get a
Yeah,
cappuccino. I can go move on to the next case. Everybody's good. So now the next step is going to be what? I'm going to pull the receipt, and I'm going to see that they bought some bonded leather, blah, 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 blah. The way you're proving that is you're showing me something you
Detailed
printed out
description.
today.
Correct. Yesterday.
Or yesterday.
Right.
Which you say is what they ordered. And
Correct.
this is a couch made by what manufacturer?
Well, the distributors, the manufacturer.
A distributor, whatever.
Right. The distributor is Empire Furniture.
Empire Furniture. So I'm going to see on the receipt Empire Furniture, right?
Well, it just shows the model
the
number.
answer's no. All right, and then what you tell me, this is what they bought, Judge. Look, you see how it's leather? Look, it says leather right in there. What I'm going to see there is...
1 year warranty states.
Yeah, no, we're not even going to get to that. First, we're going to figure out that this is this.
Yeah, sure.
See, my first job is this.
Right.
Then we talk about whether he's out of warranty.
Right.
But I have a concern. And the reason I have a concern is that I'm not used to this. I'm used to seeing Empire model number, yada, yada, yada. Then we'd all be out of here. But I don't see Empire model number 645 Burgundy.
Burgundy. That's the color.
Did you buy a burgundy couch?
Well, I'm not
some
very
people call that
familiar
brown.
with details of names of
Comes
color.
out four colors.
But what you have here is 8160 sectional. Why is the number different?
Okay. 8160 has been discontinued, so the picture is no longer available. Manufacturer rips up the pictures. And now the new model number by Empire Furniture is called the 645, which is
Now prove that.
the people that picked up
Prove that.
brand.
Prove that.
I can get a letter from manufacturer for the 8160. They discontinued over a year ago.
Does his receipt say you're buying bonded leather that is only 17% leather and the rest of it is polyurethane and blah, 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 blah?
The model number is basically, if you call the manufacturer up, what's
No, does
the
it put him on
8160?
notice of it, that he's not really buying a leather
You could get that
couch?
information from the manufacturer.
Do you who are selling it to him put him on notice that he's buying something other than leather? That he's buying something called, what you say called bonded leather.
Bonded leather.
Which is 17% cow and the
Correct.
rest of it chemical, which I guess is why this looks like this.
Well, it could be cleaners, harsh cleaners. It's supposed to just use Pledge or just a dry cloth to
Pledge?
clean leather. If you use something harsh, that'll happen.
Like what? Who's cleaning
Well, you
Nobody's
use
cleaning their
Windex,
couches with
if you
alcohol.
use-
What do you use to clean your couch?
Yes, I mean, I don't have...
Do you clean the couch or no?
No. It's
Never
only
clean the
12
couch.
hours. No, it's only 12
That's
hours.
usually the
Not
method
cheap,
I
that
see of
doesn't-
couch cleaning is zero.
I mean, a lot of people sell bonded
how much
leather.
did they pay for this?
They paid
$2,200?
right on the receipt.
But
yeah.
including a cocktail table.
Correct.
But you didn't break it down in the receipt, so I don't know how much the sofa was and how much the cocktail table was.
Cocktail table is probably $300.
I have a leather sectional right in those creases is starting just the beginnings of, but it's 14 years old. And I'll be honest with you, I'll get rid of my husband before I get rid of my couch. Because my couch conforms to me a lot more than my husband does, okay? Every little nook and cranny right in my chair, man. But this is like really bad. It's like this tiny little thin layer of paint almost peeling off of it.
Your Honor?
Yeah.
This is a recent one this week. Their flyer indicating that it is leather. And you can
That
see
what is leather?
this week.
64 something or 18
Yeah,
something? Let me see. Let me see.
Almost 2,000. The same. That's
Okay,
it.
let's see. I
This
wanna see
week.
that. Leather sectional. It doesn't have the number on this thing. Ooh, and it's less than what you paid for. It's $17.99. So what happens? He calls you and tells you how upset he is, and you guys tell him you're out of warranty, but I'll fix it for you so long as you pay the labor.
Yeah, but I always tell them, as soon as you see the first type of defect, you got to come in right away and report the claim. And, something small can be fixed, but when it gets to that point...
Yeah, because I was going to say, you can't fix this.
This is neglect. It couldn't have done that overnight.
No, couldn't have. Why did you guys wait so long to bring it up?
We did not see it breaking down until about summer. Actually, I called in August and went to them. And you can see the pictures I've taken, the one I took in August, the one I took in September, and the one I took in
he's got
October. You can see
he's right. He's got a picture that's dated 8/13, and he's got the first signs of problem. Then he's got a picture dated 10/4, and then in the space of 2 months, it really got bad. What could you have done at this stage? I don't know that there's anything you could have done here either.
Up to an inch, they could repair it, but if it gets more than that, they have, the whole back could be replaced. It's a part.
Yeah, but I think it's part of it's the top and the back, right?
Yes,
is it the top and the back?
You sit on.
And what is this? Pieces of the couch?
Yes.
It freaked me out there. All right, let's see. Oh, my goodness.
As you sit on it, they start to peel. You can see there wasn't...
It's like really paper thin,
Yeah, that's the finished peeling.
I know, but take a look, feel it how thin it is.
Well,
It's like thinner than my nail polish.
This is just the paint. This is not the...
This is the paint.
This is
Wait,
not the leather.
Explain that to me. What do you mean this is the paint?
Bonded leather. It's a bond. They put it's like a wallpaper over the leather.
But this is a problem. This is what's falling out. They just put paint on top of it?
It's bonded leather.
You keep saying that like I should know what that means, Like, I don't. If I talk to you about statute number 475, you wouldn't know either. Have some patience and explain it to me.
Okay. I mean, I never saw the process being actually done, how they make this leather, but this is not, this is just part of it.
What is it? It's paint that they put on top, or you're not sure either?
It's like, all I know is 17% leather.
Okay. Does he know that? Because this is a breach of contract case, and the issue is, what is he on notice that you're selling him?
8160 is the model number, and the
Court's in recess. I'm going to go speak to Empire and see if they have answers you don't.
Yeah.
All rise.
And welcome back to the People's Court. Harvey Levin here. So by calling it a leather couch and it's only 70% leather, is that kind of fraudulent?
Yeah, I think it should be at least 50% leather if you're calling it a leather couch.
Fair enough. So it has to be at least half. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I agree with that guy. It shouldn't be called a leather couch, not at all.
17%, is that enough for anybody? 17%?
I think as long as they have some leather in it, I mean, it's a leather couch.
Wow. You sell couches? I'm kind of shocked at that. Really?
Yeah, I mean, it has some leather in it, so it's a leather couch.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, going inside the courtroom.
I want to review what the definition is of bonded leather. There are different types of bonded leather, but the type being used on upholstered furniture today is a polyurethane or vinyl product backed with fabric, then a layer of latex or other material mixed with a small percentage of leather fibers in the product's backing material. The actual leather content of bonded leather varies depending on the manufacturer and the quality level they're selling. In the home furnishings industry, there is much debate and controversy over the ethics of even using the term bonded leather to describe a vinyl upholstery product. It's kind of deceptive because it does not represent its true nature. It's vinyl. It's not leather. Okay? That was the opinion of the leather council. But it's kind of my opinion too. But, this would be closer if what his receipt said was bonded leather. Because then it's like, hey, if you don't bother to figure out what bonded leather is, that's on you because I told you it was bonded leather. His receipt doesn't say that. This would be closer if you didn't advertise it as leather. Because I got to tell you, I've got your entire advertising. Let me see just how many times the words bonded leather show up. Wait for it. Wait for it. Exactly. Wait. 0. You can't do that, man. You can't do that. You know, it's one thing when somebody goes and buys some cut rate thing and knows they're buying a cut rate thing, knew they were buying a vinyl couch, and then turns around, has the audacity 2 years later after the warranty's over to look at you and say, yeah, my vinyl couch should have held up more. But selling something and saying it's 100% cotton when it's polyester is not okay. That's deceptive. You guys can go pick up your piece of garbage product. So I'm going to order you to pay back to the man the $1,900 that the piece of garbage thing that you sold him, saying it was leather, which is what you say in your thing, and it isn't leather. Okay? I'm going to order you to pay that back. You guys have 10 days to pick up that couch. You don't want to pick it up, which I'm sure you don't. Get rid of the couch. Okay? That's my verdict. $1,900, verdict for the plaintiffs.
Thank you.
Well, it seems like the customer wasn't quite sure what he was buying. Here, step on in here over, and you could have been more specific with him, informing
we do
him.
tell what we're selling. If it's bonded leather,
You
leather
do?
match, all 100% leather.
You do tell him?
Absolutely, absolutely.
How come it's not written down
You can
anywhere?
find all that information on the internet.
The point is, how about in the advertising? Why doesn't it say bonded leather, for instance? You could.
There's, on the bottom of our ad, it says not responsible for typographical errors.
Oh,
The printer makes errors.
Okay, all right.
All right,
Head
sir.
right down this way. Okay, right around the corner there.
Thanks, guys.
All right, so come on in here. The judge bails you out. Step on in here.
Okay.
How do you feel about the outcome here?
Well, I'm delighted that the judge, as I expected, was truly.
So what were you thinking when you saw that thing starting to peel?
But if you look, you can't believe it because it looks so genuine. And when this very man, Joe, he told me, he assured me it was leather. And you get to the store, it's almost as big. In fact, yeah, as big as Remo Flanagan.
You thought you were buying leather.
So everybody have to be warned about them.
All right, Harvey.
Well, here's the deal. There's something in the law called a warranty of merchantability, which means a product has to be fit for the ordinary purpose and use. And in this case, it can't just fall apart. Plus, obviously, you can't call it leather if it's 17%. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This episode is brought to you by Fox One. Watch all 104 matches of the FIFA World Cup live in 4K for just $19.99 a month with 3 days free. Build your own multi-view, choose up to 3 streams, and follow player spotlights. Stay on top of every moment with live stats, highlights, and instant replays. The FIFA World Cup, streaming live on Fox One. Offers are subject to change. See fox.com for complete terms and conditions.
Study and play come together on a Windows 11 PC. And for a limited time, college students get the best of both worlds. Get the Unreal College Deal. Everything you need to study and play with select Windows 11 PCs. Eligible students get a year of Microsoft 365 Premium and a year of Xbox Game Pass Ultimate with a custom color Xbox wireless controller. Learn more at windows.com/student offer. While supplies last. Ends June 30th. Terms at aka.ms/collegepc.
This is the plaintiff, Susan Jaffairs. She says she had a raccoon hole on her roof and hired the defendant's home improvement company to make the repairs. After she paid them, his workers refused to complete the work, claiming her roof wasn't fixable and that she needed an entirely new one. Meanwhile, they left her home in worse condition than it was before they started. She's out all sorts of money from this flim-flam sham of a company and is suing the crooks for the $2,163.33 she's owed. This is the defendant, John Montgomery. He says he tried to help this woman out by making an emergency repair to her roof, which leaked water. The woman has issues because the very next day she called ranting and raving about the Mexicans on her roof and how she wanted them off. Meanwhile, once work commenced, it was determined her roof was rotted and beyond repair. They went back and forth with her on the price of a new roof. Then she demanded all her money back for the work they already did. He's sorry, but he or his men don't work for free. He's accused of fiddling on the roof.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Okay, Susan Jaffairs, you are suing John Montgomery, and are you the owner of the company?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Okay, and his company, which you've asked us not to mention, and we'll respect that, for $2,163.33. representing a deposit that you paid him that you want returned, as well as additional monies you had to pay out in order to get your roof repaired. Tell me what happened.
I had a raccoon rip a hole in my roof a while ago.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, and that cost me a lot of money to get rid of the raccoon. And then my roof had other things wrong with it. And I tried several companies, had them come in and give me estimates on a roof. The salesman...
On a new roof or on a repair for the roof?
Well, they said that the roof was due for a new roof. But I couldn't pay for that. So I had to get someone to come in to fix so that we'd make it through the winter.
Right.
So the salesmen came to my house, and they said that they could fix the problems on my roof for $4,000.
Are you two gentlemen the salesmen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Come on up. How old are you?
I'm 19.
18? How old are you?
47.
What is the relationship between everybody?
This is my younger brother, Your Honor.
Okay, and that gentleman?
He's just an employee of the company.
Got it. All right. So they go out there, and do they get up on top of your roof?
Yes.
All right, and when you guys get up on top of the roof, what do you find?
I have pictures to show.
Sure.
Okay.
Were the pictures taken when you went up and sold the job?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Just give me the ones before you guys started the job.
Okay. There you go.
Is this where the raccoon made its home? Like through that? Wow. It's a raccoon with an appetite. So you fellas see this and you quote her what? Let me hear from you.
It was $4,000 to do the repair.
No one's going to let you speak. Okay. You're just an employee. I'm sure he didn't mean it that way. I'm sure he meant you weren't related. Go ahead.
We had best intentions to do the repair.
Okay, but that's not what I asked you. I asked you, when you guys look at this roof, you quote the roof based on what? You guys look at it and you think like you can fix it, right?
Yes.
Okay. And, I mean, this looks pretty bad, doesn't it? But you thought it was manageable.
And the interior work.
Okay, you got to stop coaching him. I need you to stop. And in fact, you know what? I want you to switch with you. Okay. Come on over here. So what is it you guys quote?
At the quote, we have a contract for it. It was $4,000.
$4,000?
Fix the interior work and...
There's additional work.
Check. Oh, nope. Don't talk. Just hand. Okay? Because it starts to feel like you're coaching everybody, and then it makes me uncomfortable. I don't want you to do that.
I'm not. What I was trying to
okay,
just...
but I'm driving the train. You're not driving the train. No, you're the boss where you are, but guess what? I'm the boss where I am. So chill. Hand me that, please. So you quote her $4,000 to do the repair, correct? All right. She gives you a deposit. You give them a deposit of $1,333.33.
Yes.
So now, when do they start the work?
They started the work on the very next morning.
All right, so now you guys get there the next day, and what happens?
So what happens is immediately we write up a work order. We speak to the crew leaders. They're not all English speaking, I will tell you that firsthand. But we give a work order to their foreman who speaks English. We give them a description of the work detail, and we explain to them exactly what needs to be done. The crew shows up the following day to the residence at 9 a.m. as promised. The salesman shortly to follow at 9:30. Immediately, my office starts getting phone calls from this woman that there's a bunch of Mexicans at her house. She doesn't want Mexicans at her house. They don't speak any English. They're not welcome there. Get them out of there. So from the immediate start of going from trying to help a lady who has raccoons in her house, the urgency, the smell of urine and feces that they dealt with, just trying to even estimate this job. We're here to try to help this woman now.
No, you're in public service. You're not here to make a buck. All right, go on.
The bottom line is that...
Did you call him and say, why are there Mexicans on my roof?
No, Your Honor, I did not.
Did you complain because the people who were on your roof didn't speak English?
I had been promised workmen in the company-named shirts, in a company-named truck, with the supervisor.
Did you guys promise workmen in particular clothing? It's just that you didn't like it because it's clear that it was being subbed.
And I attempted to speak to the workmen on my roof, and unfortunately, I took French in high school, so I was at a loss.
How'd that work out for you?
Not so good.
Okay. So
I
how do you know one of them wasn't the supervisor?
Because none of them could speak to me.
Well, okay, but that doesn't mean there wasn't a supervisor. There just wasn't an English-speaking supervisor.
Yeah.
Okay, gentlemen, when did you guys get on the scene?
Approximately 9:30.
So now, as it turns out, there was a problem with the job.
Yes.
Yes.
Right. Who's the one who first figures that out from talking to the gentleman on the roof?
If I was allowed to, Your Honor, I have taken pictures. As you see up there, you can see the picture of the hole before we touched it. Our job was to remove that gutter and replace the wood that was in that location right behind
The wood
it.
is the fascia board, right?
Yes, ma'am, that's correct. If you would give this to the judge, please. This area right here, once we remove that piece of wood, Your Honor, you could see how substantial the damage of the
It's like
structure
this, right?
of which in fact would now need to hold the new piece of wood. The rot is so severe.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. What I don't get is before you quote a job, why don't you just do that?
It's impossible, Your Honor, to see that piece of wood until you remove the fascia board.
But it's like, it's not that big a deal to remove it and then nail it back in, is it?
No, ma'am, it's impossible. You have a 20-foot gutter on there.
20 feet, okay. So
Of
you
gutter.
remove the gutter first?
Then the piece of wood in which the gutter is nailed to, and then that is the framing
Do you have anything in
behind
your
it.
contract that talks about hidden damage that we discover afterwards could affect things?
Yes, ma'am, in the bottom of the fine print.
I find where it says that you guys have 30 days to cancel the contract. I did find that, but hold on. Okay, hold on. You want me to read this or no? Okay. Okay, none of this says what I asked about. This is all warranty conversation. And we don't need to belabor that point because I think that where it says that you have 30 days to pull out gives you the ability to pull out if the job can't get done.
Your Honor.
They end up telling you we can't do this. And then you say or do what?
Well, I asked them to do the work that they had contracted for.
Right.
And they
And
said
they
to
told
me
you they
that
can't warrant that, so they won't do it.
couldn't guarantee that, so they asked me to sign a statement.
A waiver of the warranty.
Yes.
And
which
did
I
you?
did.
Right. So you just wanted them to go ahead and go forward. Now, why didn't you guys, if you got her to sign a waiver that she wasn't going to go against you on a warranty, why wouldn't you guys just do the best you can?
Your Honor, what happened was this job had started at 9 o'clock in the morning. This ended at about 6 o'clock at night. So I had two
But
workers.
why? It didn't take
Because
that
we
long
were
to take a gutter
negotiating.
off?
Because we were trying to negotiate.
Oh, negotiating. Right.
We told her we'd be back the following day
Right.
to do the repair because it was now the day is done.
Right.
And I paid 6 people to stand around and do nothing all day.
Right.
The next day, she called us up, threatening us, and
Saying what?
If you step foot on my property, I'm filing lawsuits against you.
Okay, so what you're testifying to then is that you didn't pull out, she did?
She refused to allow us back on her property.
Okay.
That's correct.
Is that correct or not correct?
That is not correct, Your
Not correct. What do you say is the reason that things didn't go forward?
So if the plaintiff gets racial on the defendant's workman, can the defendant say, I'm out of here and keep the money?
I think he can leave, but I don't think he should keep the money.
What do you think? What do you think?
I don't think it's fair if he leaves and then doesn't get the money.
And doesn't get the money?
Yeah, I think he has to give the money.
Oh, he has to give the money
Yeah.
back. Anybody think he should be able to keep the money and leave? Nope.
Keep the money. I mean, if that's what he decides, I think he should just stick with it.
He should keep the money if the woman gets racial.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Going inside the courtroom.
I did not believe that they would be there the next day to do the work.
Except for that you're the one who called them off from being there the next day to do the work.
No, then I called Zachary, because
told
that's
him?
whose number I had.
And told him?
And I told him that I was canceling the contract.
Right. So you called them and cancel. They don't call you and cancel. You call them. And then your answer to me is because I didn't trust they'd come the next day. So you told them don't come because I know you're not going to come the next day?
I felt I was being scammed.
When you get the call, is it that night? When you get the call, I'm sorry. Can you switch with him?
Yes.
Is it that night?
It was actually about an hour after we
you guys had left. According to your statement, I went to my bank to cancel the check only to find out that it had been cashed the previous day. I then left a message for the defendant and sent a certified letter saying I was canceling the contract. So what really happened, and the reason why you canceled is because you found out that they had cashed your check.
That was part of it, yes.
Why wouldn't you tell me that? Why do I have to get that out of you like a dentist pulling teeth? Because if you have a signed deal, it's curious that you're going to the bank to stop payment on the check. So I don't think you intended to go through with a signed deal. Did you end up getting it done?
I had to get it done, yes.
And you got it done by another company for
Yes.
$4,800?
Yes.
All right. When was this little thing signed? Does anybody know that? You guys are the ones who would know that.
Yeah, that was signed the next day, the same day that we were there, that
The
Friday.
same day you were there, but when? Do you remember if it was the morning, the afternoon, at the end of the day?
Late afternoon, right before we left.
Right before you left. Was that signed right before they left?
No.
When was it signed?
It was signed in the early afternoon, before 2 p.m.
Ironic.
Or
It helps
at
you
2
if it's
p.m.
later. What are your profits on this job?
Probably $1,500.
What do you expect me to do with this?
Your Honor, if I may speak, please. And I
No,
won't be...
you may not. What am I supposed to do with this? Pretend this didn't exist?
No, ma'am.
All right, here's how I see this, okay? You guys negotiate that I'll tell you what, just do this job for me because I really need it done, and I'm gonna think happy thoughts and hope it works. And I will sign, you tell her you'll have to sign a waiver of any warranty claim. And then she signs it.
We showed her a new roof
I'm
at that
sorry,
point.
did I invite you to speak? I'm in the middle of ruling. So she signs it. You know what? Step out. You're annoying me.
I will.
Okay, go ahead.
She has
step out.
to show her
Step
new
out. Step
roof
out. Out,
in
out,
between
out,
that.
out. Douglas, get him out. Get him
Yes,
out.
ma'am.
Get him out.
Sorry, bro. Right this way. Thanks, bro.
Honest to God, what is it must he be like to work with? You can't get a word in edgewise, I bet. Don't say anything. You're
He's
just an
easy.
employee. All right. Here's the problem. Once you sign this document where you say, all right, we have a new contract. I'll tell you what, do the repair anyway, and I will hold you harmless. You have created a new contract. And when you decide to pull out because you've checked your bank and they've already cashed it, that makes me feel a little bit suspicious. But what that also does is it puts you in the position of being the person who breached. And if you breached, they are entitled to their lost profits. And their lost profits are actually a little bit more than the deposit that you paid them. So I am not going to rule in your favor. I rule in favor of the defendants.
Difficult customer?
Be well at every point here. I think that, we really didn't get to say exactly what we wanted to, but the bottom line is I'm happy with the ruling. I really feel that as a company, we showed up to do a job. We did everything we said that we could do, and then when we could not, we brought it to her attention and would not come to a mutual agreement. And at that point, she just became very vindictive and did whatever she could to try to hurt me as a company. So.
All right. Okay. Very good. All right, right around the corner. Okay. All right. So step on in here. What went wrong here? What they tried to work with you, it sounds like.
They didn't try to work with me. They didn't respond to phone calls. They didn't. They spent most of the day sitting in the truck. Mm-hmm. That didn't come out in court. Okay. And when I went to mention it to the judge, it was not allowed.
So the roof is okay now? It's
the
not
roof
leaking?
is okay now, thank
No
goodness.
more animals living in the roof now?
I hope not.
So you're happy?
Yes.
Harvey?
As far as I'm concerned, the key is that you hire a licensed contractor, and then at least you can go to the contractors board if there's a fee dispute. But you shouldn't be dealing with unlicensed contractors, period. That will do it for this case. Litigants for the next case on the way into the courtroom right now.
This episode is brought to you by Perfect Bistro Cat Food. Cats, this ad is for you. Has your human ever called you picky, persnickety, choosy? If so, Perfect Bistro Cat Food is for you. With ingredients like wild-caught tuna and pasture-raised lamb, tantalizing textures, and delectable flavors that meet even the most discerning cat standards. You're not picky, you're just perfectionists. Perfect Bistro, mealtime perfection for every cat. Have your human visit perfectbistro.com.
This is the plaintiff, Kelvin Gibson. He says the defendant was weed whacking his lawn, kicked up a stone and hit his car window and shattered it. The cops filed a report. The defendant admitted doing it, but the defendant's wife wasn't so cooperative. She told him he should sue the town because her husband wasn't responsible. He begs to differ and is suing for the $271.56 he's owed. These are the defendants, Giuseppe and Risa Giordano. Giuseppe says he was weed whacking by the curb when out of nowhere. The plaintiff says he's responsible for his car's broken window. Huh? He feels the plaintiff's just trying to get him to pay for a new window when there's no evidence a rock was even kicked up in the first place. Give him $271.56 for nothing? No way. They're accused of rocking it, but good.
All parties, please raise your right hands.
Thank you, Douglas.
You're
Okay, Kelvin Gibson.
Yes.
You are suing Giuseppe and Risa Giordano for $271.56 to replace a car window that you say was damaged due to Giuseppe's negligence. Tell me what happened.
I was driving down the road heading north on Connecticut Avenue. And as I was passing his house, he was weed whacking by the curve. A rock flew up, busted my window.
How close to the curb was he?
He was right at the curve.
Was he on the street or on the curbside?
The grass right next to the curve.
Oh.
And it busted my window. I stopped the car immediately.
Wait. Was it a pebble? Or you don't know what size it was?
I don't know.
All of a sudden, your window shatters.
Shattered right out. I stopped right in front of his house and let him know he just.
How do you know it was a rock?
It flew up and just shattered the.
No, but how do you know that? Because you're driving, you're not looking at your back window. How do you know?
I don't know. All I know is, as I was passing him weed whacking, it shattered right then and there, and I stopped. Immediately, I told him he broke the glass, and he said he heard it broke. So I called for Suffolk County cops. They came, made a police report. He even said that it broke when he was weed whacking. So I made pictures of it and got it. I had to wait to get it repaired, and then I got it repaired.
May I see the pictures and the repair bill?
Sure.
Wow. What kind of car is this?
It's a Dodge Ram Caravan, side window, the door that slides.
That must have been kind of scary when you heard the noise, right?
Yes, it was.
What happened?
Well, I was weed whacking. I had my back face towards...
Proving once again that no good can come from weed whacking.
Yeah. Well, I was, I had my back towards Connecticut Avenue.
So you're right at the street.
Yes.
And what do you do? You're weed whacking the government's property? Like that swale part?
Yes.
Because if you don't, they won't?
Correct. That
Kind
is
of,
correct.
okay.
Yeah,
Do you have pictures of your property?
Yes.
Let me see this.
Right here's my house.
This one?
Yes, I was weed whacking from right to left.
This one's his house.
Okay. So you're working on this swale right by this little curb right here, right by the street.
Yeah.
Okay. And what
pretty much.
happens?
So I was going right to left, and all of a sudden I heard a car skid out, and I heard glass fall on the floor. So I looked over, and I see the car one house over, and he's backing up, and that's the gentleman here.
Right.
So he comes out of the car saying that, it's my fault I broke, his windshield, but to be honest with you, there's no dirt there. There's just grass and the curb, and,
There's always wrong.
And
But obviously it would never have been on purpose. It's just kind of thing. But it was like right as he's going by you, right? That you heard it, and
I saw him at the corner.
I mean, what else would it be? I don't know.
I don't know that, but
I don't know either.
The other thing is when the officer.
Yeah, I'll get to you in a second. That's sort of how it went out there, right? He was, she was very forceful that she wants to be heard because it can't be our fault, and he was like, oh, sorry.
Before the police officer got there, he took the weed whacker and started walking towards the house while we were waiting for the police. She come running outside saying that property, that portion of the property doesn't belong to them, it belongs to the town, that I should sue them, that they wasn't going to pay anything. So, and then I made up my mind. I had to pay, or, get paid back for this window.
Okay, so did you want to respond to that?
That's not true.
Well, you have a right to say that, so is it really?
I didn't even come out. I was sitting on the steps.
You got to take some credit for that.
I was sitting on the steps with my daughter. She was, rollerblading or whatever.
How old's your daughter?
She's 7. And when I saw the car and then back up, I didn't really know what was going on. And then I went inside with her because it's a very busy main road, and sometimes it's scary. I've even pulled up and rocks have come up. It's extremely busy. So it could have been, I didn't even speak to him. I didn't say anything about the property, nothing. He asked me for our insurance, our car insurance, and I said...
No, homeowners.
And then you asked me for the homeowners. I said, I'm not giving... I didn't speak to him. He didn't hear me. I was at the front door. I said, I'm not giving you any information. I said,
Wait, to your husband? You're not
I
giving
told
him
my
any-
husband.
I'm not giving you any information.
I'm not giving out any of my information. I said, let him call the police and see what they say.
Are you guys married or dating?
We're married.
Married.
How long have you been married?
Long time.
Actually, 14 years tomorrow.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations. That's kind of the way it works in my house, too. It's a very good model.
Yeah, I keep quiet.
You're on a need-to-know basis, pal. Okay.
So is the defendant responsible if a stone flies up and damages the car?
Yes.
Why?
Because even though he didn't see it, it was his fault because it came.
He didn't see it. He didn't see it. What do you think?
Well, he's supposed to check the yard before he starts
So you're supposed to find every stone in the ground?
That's right.
Jeez. Going inside the courtroom.
I don't know how anyone in those shoes could ever prove this kind of case unless the rock talks. I came from the weed whacker. I didn't come from the street. The rocks usually don't talk. So what am I left with? I have a civil case, not a criminal case. In criminal cases, the burden of proof is beyond and to the exclusion of every reasonable doubt. That's a really high standard. In civil cases, it's this. Is it more likely than not? Does he tip the scales just a tiny fraction in his favor that it's more likely than not? I've had rocks, just that you drive or the other person drives and then the rock comes, I don't know that was this situation because I haven't heard one word about there was a car in front, there was a car behind. There certainly wasn't a car moving on the side because he's driving. And the window was on the side. It wasn't the front that was hit or the back that was hit. It was the side. So something had to come with some propulsion. And I just sort of think that it's more likely than not that it was something hit with the weed whacker. And so I'm going to find in favor of the plaintiff, which sort of hurts me because, well, it doesn't hurt. I'm glad that you're going to get your money. But I feel sort of bad because I know your pain of waiting around for the city to come and do what they're supposed to do, and they don't, so you just do it yourself. And here we are, right? Mercifully, it's a manageable amount of $271.56. Verdict for the plaintiff. Good luck, folks.
Thank you.
Okay, so he wins his case against you. Step on in a little closer here. Come on in here. What's your thought on the verdict?
I really don't think it's too fair, but the judge is a judge.
It's just like the judge said, it's just more likely than not. You buy that?
She's a professional, so yeah,
Yes,
I have
she
to
is.
go with that.
If not, what do you think he did? Just see you out there and took advantage of a chance to, I'm going to blame it on this guy? And my windows?
I don't think, no, but, how do I know if his window wasn't cracked already? Something fell inside the car and hit it. How do I know that?
Well, more likely than not. Okay, right around the corner this way. All right, thank you very much. All right, so come on in here. What's your final word on this?
Well, I'm glad justice
You stand right over here, okay? Yeah.
I'm glad justice was done. He did break the window, and I got paid back for it.
Yeah,
I shouldn't have to pay for something I didn't break.
No. You're so relieved. What are you so relieved about?
Has
this been a big
ordeal?
Been a big ordeal for you,
last
man?
night. And
You couldn't sleep last night?
No. Yeah.
You gonna sleep tonight?
In there. Yeah.
Okay. Harvey?
Well, it may sound harsh, but the bottom line is when you are weed whacking, you are in control, and the control means that if there's damage done, you're going to be legally on the hook.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.